The E38 is one of BMW's greatest hits, and it was made during a time where German manufacturers were at their absolute peak. So you see, in the late 90s, BMW's model lineup had some absolute gems. You had the E46, the E39, the E31 8 Series, the first generation X5, the E53, and this. Without question, the best generation 7 Series to date. You see, what I love about the E38 so much is that everything on the car is quite simple, but done very, very well. Take the boot, for example. Now, unlike the modern crop of BMWs, whatever badge found its way on the boot lid of your E38 generally gave a good indication of what was under the bonnet. So in the case of this car, it wears a 740i badge, which means it has a 4.4 litre normally aspirated V8, which produces in the region of 282 brake horsepower, and it's an absolute peach. Plenty of power, plenty of torque. I think it just nicely suits the character of the E38. Next up, we have Deluxe. Now, I think this is one of the best looking saloons ever made. It just manages to strike the right balance between classy and elegant, but not too showy. My good friend Dan, who owns this car, has actually fitted a set of genuine M parallel wheels, which I think really suit the design of the car. Last but not least, we have the interior. Now, during the late 90s, BMW's interior game was very strong, and we can see this with the E38. For starters, we have an old school telephone built into the car, so that the rich, successful businessmen who bought this car could complete their phone calls. Opposite this, you also have a dashboard, which is a wash of buttons, not a touchscreen in sight. And once more, the actual dashboard itself, you'll notice, is tilted ever so slightly towards the driver. A driver-focused cockpit is what I believe the BMW marketing team in the 90s would have called that. On top of that, you also have these two armchairs, which are fabulously comfortable and are fully electric with memory function. But my favourite part about the E38 is the orange dials. You see, with modern cars nowadays, they're just a wash filled with touch screens, which, yes, they're great, they show lots of information. But when you're driving late at night and you have two screens just staring blankly at you in the face, it's not that relaxing. Now, in contrast, when you're driving a late 90s BMW like this E38 at night, and all you see are those sharp instrument clusters and the adjoining buttons which are backlit with that soothing orange BMW glow, it's just a lovely place to be. And that brings me to the end of the video. Now, I'd like to extend a massive thank you to my good friend Dan for letting me do a video on his E38. Be sure to give him a follow on Instagram and all the relevant social media pages. He's a very talented photographer and he has impeccable taste when it comes to cars. If you like content on cool cars like this, please do drop a follow. Thank you all very much for watching.